What's up, everybody out there in television land and the internet? Michael Hurdle here, and I thought I'd make a very quick tutorial, hopefully a very quick tutorial, on how to put an oval around your webcam or video camera or whichever type of footage, just to give it that oval look. What it does, it saves a lot of screen real estate for on your desktop. Let me give you an example. I want to do this from scratch, so I'm using Adobe Premiere CC on a PC, and what I'm going to do first, let me import some of this footage. You don't see on my screen right now, but I'm going over to my scratch folder, and I'm going to get a couple of converted shows like right here, just so you can see where I am, so it won't be a blank screen. Now, let me just get this show right here. I just need the desktop, because if you record video games and you use a desktop recording software, or you use DxTory or whatever type of desktop recording software or game recording software, most likely you're going to have a desktop and you're going to have your webcam. That's if you shoot the footage separately, because I like to do that. My webcam footage completely separate, and my desktop completely separate. So let me just drag these two, because these are the two main people that I need. These are the two main files that I need to bring in here. So I'm going to bring this into Adobe Premiere. I'm just going to minimize that because I don't need that right now. So we're going to start this from scratch. So now right here in the source window, you have the camera footage. This is me. And the thing about it is, a lot of us don't have access to green screens, camera lights. We don't have access to any of those crazy stuff, like, some of those high-end gamers who have their little studios, or just in their room they have their green screen set up. Some people are not fortunate like that, but they still want to have a unique, fancy... Oops, sorry, that's my Shuttle Pro. Keep going. Don't even ask me what the hell. All right, let me just get off this shot right quick, because I look really crazy right here. There we go. Normal. That was my Shuttle Pro. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so what I was saying before is we don't have access to any green screens, anything like of that nature. But you want to put a unique spin and a unique look and still save that screen real estate. So let me go into Adobe Premiere, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new, where are we with this? Create a new sequence. I already have my shadow play preset already set here, and I'm going to put this as oval cam, right? And I'm going to push OK. Now I have my sequence here. What I like to do first is I'm going to go, of course, go into my, let's see, my game footage. Just say I go here. Let's say I go straight into my game footage. Let's just say I leave it like there, and I put an in point here and an out point here. What I'll do first is I'll drag my desktop footage over to video 1. Now there's many ways to do this. This is just my way, and if you have no clue how to do this, at least you can learn from this way and then build your own from here. That's how I would always say, because there's tons of ways to do this. This is just my way. So we are on video 1. Your desktop footage is here. You're looking here. There it is. So now what you want to do is take your webcam footage. I'm using a C920. It's a desktop webcam. And I'll put my ins and out points like I really want. I'm not going to match anything up. Now you see back here, you see my television, you see the cable box, you see my tablet, you see my storage closet and all that kind of stuff. What I do is that I give myself enough headroom over here and on the sides, because I know I'm going to make it an oval. So remember that, keep that in mind, to give yourself an oval. I'm sorry, give yourself enough room on the sides, so when you make the oval, it's not going to cut off your head or anything like that, or your face, because when I was up close, that happened. So let me just drag this. So now we'll drag the webcam footage to video number 2. Let me just line this up real quick. So now here we are. Now if you look at it, the webcam footage is on video number 2. Desktop footage, your gaming footage or whatever, is on video number 1. Video number 2 is overlapping video number 1. Now you can simply double click on the video and it will scale it like this, and then you can move it wherever you want. That's how I would usually do it. But some people like to do it the normal way, or the long way, I would say. So you would select the webcam footage, and then you'll go over here to effects control. Then in the effects control, you go to the motion. Then you can go into the scale. Right now it's at 100%. Then you can scale it by dragging back and forth into whatever size you want. Me, I usually put it at 50. Just to have a good run, because I know I'm going to get rid of some of this right here on the edge. And then I can just simply move it back and forth like this using the positioning, and here we go with that. So that looks pretty decent right there. So that's if you wanted to learn that way, just so you can know that way. So now I have my desktop footage of my game or whatever playing in the background, or whatever application I'm using. Then you have me on my webcam talking through my microphone. So now what we have to do now, here's how I would do it. I would go to title, create new title, default still. Leave it at whatever settings your sequence is. Mine's is this right here. And I will put oval cam. I would just you can name it whatever you want. Now I have it here. And then after that, I have a snapshot of what it looks like. I have the safe margins because I do shoot for Brooklyn Free Speech Television, and I do this show for them as well, and they still use NTSC, which is standard definition. Their budget is not letting them get high def yet, so I have to accommodate to them. So what I'll do then is drag an oval about this size right here. And I'll try to keep it in between the safe margins. And I'll put it right here. And then what I'll do a center. Now before, I said to myself, why don't I just put it right here? Put it right here, and then I'm good to go. But then if you put it right here, you know what? Let's just see what happens. You put it right here, and you leave it alone. Let's move it off to the side now. So now you take your oval cam, which is really a title, and you're just really tricking the system, and you put it on video number 3. Nothing happens here, right? But when you move it back and forth, you can do this or whatever the case may be and put it right here. This is just, you have to do another step. I know it's a little tedious, but once you do it 4 or 5 times, this will be, clockwork for you. So where we at now? So the next step now, let me just get this out the way real quick. I'll click on the oval cam and I'll go to effects. You don't really have to click on the oval cam. I just did that. And then I would go into video effects. Then I would look for keying. When you find the keying, go all the way down to where it says track matte key. Drag the track matte key on your webcam footage. Mine's is C920 on the webcam footage and drop it on there. Now when you look at it, nothing happens here because you have to go do another step. You have to go into the effects section, and then you would have to, then when you look, you'll see the track matte key here. Right now the matte's set to none. But if you look at it, you want it to be the matte of the oval cam. The oval cam is on video number 3. So when you go into the matte, it will say video number 3 here. Now when you move it over, you'll see it's out of, it's covering you. Now what you can simply do is move it here. But see, the thing about it is that it makes it a little bit more harder to move it like this. Because let's just say now I went over here to my sequence timeline. And I locked the webcam footage and I locked the desktop. So when I double click here, it won't select that. And now let's just say I zoom out 25%. And now when I zoom out and in, you see the circle is not moving. It's outside the circle, and the little bracket here is not. That just throws me off, and I hate that, to be honest with you. So I'm going to put that back the way it was, and then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to select, in the oval title, and I'm going to put it to center. So it's back to center now, and then I'm good with that for now. So I'll close that, and if you look here, I'll just zoom right back into fit. Now I can proportionally zoom in and out like this. So let's just say I like it just like that. Then I can simply drag it wherever I want, and that looks pretty decent. So now you don't even see my background or anything. You don't see the television before. You don't even see even that red closet that was there. And when you really do a webcam footage or you're streaming or whatever the case may be, it looks good. You have more screen real estate here on the side. Like, let's just say I went over here and I hid the oval cam title, and then I went to the webcam, and then I went to the track mat, and I just told the track mat, where are you? Come here, baby. There you go. To turn it off. You'll see a big difference now. See? All that screen real estate. And it saves, and then, it just puts a little oval in there so they can see you talking, and, it won't block off, and you can, now remember, if you have a box around you, and if you scale that box up and down, you're going to get smaller. But see, if you do a oval or a track mat around it, let me turn that back on, you actually would be able to just see you, because you're the only one, just seeing this much of you is important to some people. You don't have to give them too much. But the best thing about it is now, let's just say we locked the oval cam title. Then I locked the desktop so that won't get touched too. And now I double click here, and now let's say I want to move the camera. I can move the camera, and the oval follows me wherever it goes, so I don't have to even worry about that once I set it right. That's a good thing. So I'll put it right here. You can put it here. You can flip it. You can do whatever you want. You can make it smaller. You can make it bigger. You can put a animation on it so it does something stupid like that or crazy, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to put that back the way it was, and I'm going to put it right here. and then we good. So that's how I would put an oval around it. But you know me. Let me just tell you one thing before I wrap this up. I'm gonna unlock all these, and then I'm gonna show the oval cam. Now the oval cam right here, you can move this around and you can put it wherever you want. So let's just hypothetically say that you had like right here at the bottom. Let's say I move it down. You'll see it get cut off here, and you'll see a straight line. Let's say that's bothering you. You can always come in here and just adjust this. Make sure you adjust it right. Let's just say you even wanted it over your eyes only. Now you can just focus on wherever you want it to go, and just your face or your head, or you just want to do some, whatever your mind lets you do. See? So that's it. And let me just put it back the way it was so I can wrap this up. For a final touch, what I do, my own personal effect, is I will go back into the effects tab, and I would look for a fast blur, and I would take the fast blur effect, and I would drop it directly on the oval cam, right? Now when you look here, nothing's changed here, but once again you have to go into the effects and go into the fast blur. It's set to 0 right now. Leave it to horizontal and vertical because it just does a nice round. What I'm doing right now is I'm just going to put a small blur around it. Now look here. Look around here. It's a sharp edge. But if I take the blurriness and I just move it over, let's go extreme. You see? You can even do something zany like that if you want, but you can always zoom in, zoom out, put a small blur on it. Not too much to make it look too crazy, but then it looks like it kind of merges into the background better. You don't have to go crazy. You can do whatever your preference is. Just a little bit. You can go extreme. You can go a lot, whatever you want. And I think that's it. And if anybody cared on how to put an oval around their webcam footage when they edit their footage or record their desktop or whatever the case may be, now you know, because that's me playing the Street Fighter. And if you have not checked out my gaming channel, for those of you who are looking at this on my Micro Hurdle Production Studios, because I will be uploading this to Micro Hurdle Production Studios on my YouTube channel, and I'll be uploading it to my gaming channel too, because this is kind of sort of like game related too, because there's a lot of people that want to learn how to do that, and you don't necessarily need Adobe Premiere Pro to do this too as well. I hope this tutorial wasn't too long. If you want to check out some more of my gaming videos, go to microhurdle.com, click on the Salty Gamers link, and you take you straight to my YouTube channel. I'll prefer you do that. Or if you want to know more about me editing in Adobe Premiere Pro and helping you out and all that kind of stuff, you can always go to, once again, microhurdle.com, and you can click on, once again, you'll see another YouTube link to my video production channel, and we could conversate, because I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to give back to the community, because the community online gave to me when I was looking for some tutorials and I was stuck. So I thought I would just keep going with that. So my name is Micro Hurdle from microhurdle.com and saltygamers.com, and I guess I'll talk to you guys the next time I upload a video.